There was a time where I once heard that a storm never asks for permission before it hits you. First of all, if you're new to my channel, I'm Suzu. I basically have very blunt commentary, but I also look for solutions as well. And my videos are not for absolutely everyone. They're for people who want to hear the harsh truth but make a difference in their lives. I feel like this is a good introduction, so let's get going. One of my viewers brought this to my attention recently, and it really made me think that there is no right moment. We're never promised the next day. So, whenever you're thinking, okay, I am going to do this when I'm ready, there are two different perspectives that I personally see this. One, take your time. It's okay because let's say that you've gone through a difficult situation, you're healing, you're trying to work on yourself, and that's okay. But then there's two, if you take too long, you're going to prolong that healing and you're always going to stay in the same state and you're never going to achieve a set goal. Just start. Whatever it is you want to do, just start. Because right now is the part where it gets messy. You know, when people say, okay, everything is messy, no one is perfect, you know what I'm saying? It's the messy middle that no one talks about. But if you don't start, there's no way to start the improvements. You know, when people say things like, okay, I'll learn this skill after I do this. The thing is, when you learn a completely different skill, you're going to be a beginner to it anyway. So you might as well start now because it takes time to master a skill. You find whatever you want to do, you dig it out. But to polish it, it takes years. And it really does take a while to perfect it. But the only way you can do it is by starting, right? Life is over before you realize it. Life is that short, by the way, for anyone who's thinking. We're already in 2026. I remember when it was 2025. We are literally almost halfway through the year. I'm not even kidding, it's almost May. And yes, I know June is halfway, but still. More than a quarter of the way. And time is flying. Literally. So what we have to do is find ways to navigate through things. By starting whatever you want to do now, you're understanding that it takes time and you're valuing that time. So let's say that you start a YouTube channel and you've been procrastinating. Let me tell you, when you first start your videos, unless you have severe algorithmic luck, your videos are literally not going to perform as well. But you know how you build those skills? By keep doing it and doing it and doing it. That's how you improve. But you can't improve something that you haven't even learned. Your mind is not used to making habits. And that's what people need to understand. Whether you're trying to chase after something personal in life or something which is going to benefit others, you have to think about it as something that can exist only right now. So if you've done this and let's say that you can only live today, but you've taken a step towards what you've always wanted to do, that's fulfillment. But what if you live with regret saying that, okay, I never lived. It sucks. It will literally suck. I'm not BSing around here. I just don't want anyone to waste their time. And life is how you make it. That is very true. But why would you intentionally make it crap? And if people don't like how their life is going, make it less crap. Easier said than done. Start thinking about stuff then. Start doing things. And then it's going to be easier done than said. And it's a bit conflicting because I know what if some people go through something hard and then you don't want to jump into it right away, okay? So let's say you got hurt by someone and then you're thinking, okay, I'm going to take a break and focus on myself before friendships. That's okay. But if you take a break for, I don't know, 10 years, we got a problem. So everything you do in life is conscious. And you decide if you want to make your life good. You can either be someone who experiences 9 out of 10 bad things and then finally believes in the 10th attempt for it to be good, or you can be someone who believes every single attempt will be bad and you'll never go back to it. And the latter is unfortunately very common. You're never gonna feel like, oh, I have this sudden drive to do things, you know, because you're not exposed to it. You can't love something if you're not exposed to it. And it's the same with pretty much everything you do. When I first made videos, I didn't develop that much of a love for it. At first, I was passionate, yeah, because it was like, whoa, in a new world. But for me to actually start loving it, I had to keep doing it and doing it and doing it, even when I didn't feel like it. Take breaks, though. That's important. because you're a human being at the end of the day. But you just have to understand that your life is your call right now. If it sucks, if you have regrets later on, you haven't done your job properly. You shouldn't have regrets. And if you're someone who's fine with a simple life, if you're someone who likes all of that, that's cool. Fulfillment is different from person to person. I just want to clarify that it doesn't always equate to the same thing. Some people say that fulfillment is based on more luxuries. But for me, fulfillment is good mental health. If I'm not feeling well mentally, I won't see anything as a luxury, no matter what it is. Because I won't be able to appreciate it and I won't be able to feel good about it. And that goes for everything. If you have good mental health, you feel good about everything, regardless of what you get, luxury or not. Now, I'm not trying to pressurize anyone and say, oh, you guys have to do blah, 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 blah. No. What I want to tell you guys more than anything right now is don't make your younger self disappointed in you. Or whatever it is you wanted to do with your life, don't disappoint that version of you. If you want to do something and you feel like it's impossible, you never know until you try. Have you tried it? Does it still not leave you alone? Keep doing it. Something will snap because that's been put in your heart for a reason. Doesn't matter if the reason's divine. Doesn't matter if it's something that you feel is just not leaving you alone. It's there for a reason. And people need to respect that. People need to value that feeling. Because it's not just there. Not everyone gets the urge to help humanity. Have you seen how people are nowadays? No one cares about humanity. Barely anyone. But sometimes there are people there who always think about humanity, who always think about getting stuff done. Think about it. And I'm not trying to put some world hero pressure on you or whatever, but you could be the only person in the world or in your family or in your neighborhood or whatever who can actually achieve a set goal. Maybe because of you, we can get 1% more humanity in this world. You're never going to be ready. Even when you start, you're not going to be ready. Do you know why? Because that's where you improve. That's where things are messy. Do you see that? You're never going to feel ready. You're never going to feel like, okay, life is going to just be easy. No. When you're learning a new skill, you're still going to feel that way. Back when I did animated story times, pardon me for the repetition, I was still learning. I had scrappy drawings. But before I improved, I had to practice every single day. That's what people need to get. Like, seriously. People just need to understand that things take time. And it's okay for them to take time, okay? You don't want to be someone who looks back in life and thinks, oh, I wish I did this. You might think, okay, you don't care right now, but when the time comes, because life is going just like that, you're going to regret everything. Why are we feeling like we have to just be ready for something we won't be ready for? Do you see what I mean? So if you start now, you improve. Because when you're improving, it's messy. Do you think you're ready during a messy period? Of course not. But at least you lessen that burden on yourself. You're never going to just feel like everything clicks. That's idealistic. And that's something that's not reliable. If you guys keep focusing on, okay, I'm going to only do things when I feel like it. Imagine. What if you feel motivated or you feel like it, even though I say motivation's a myth? What if you feel like it only once a month? Are you just going to do stuff once a month? No. You're going to do it regardless because you value the idea of improving. And when you improve at something, you become better at it regardless of what day it is. And here is also another harsh truth, right? Feeling ready is not only unreliable, it's not guaranteed. Okay? I'm holding your hand. You're never going to feel guaranteed with feeling ready. Like I said, we're not even guaranteed another day. We always feel like we are, but one day is going to be our last, and we don't know what day that is. Not trying to scare anyone. There is no right day. There is no right moment. You do it now. We waste so much time instead of doing stuff, and then That's when the tomorrow piles up into years. And then that's it. People start acting like, oh, I wish I did so and so. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That's when your time's up. And that's non-negotiable. So yeah, not trying to scare anyone. Not really. It's just a reality check. People are selfish, especially more nowadays. You have to care about yourself. No one is gonna track your goals. No one is gonna track things like you. No one cares like you think. Some people would say, oh, okay, I do care because yeah, your friends do care, but your friends have their own goals. People have their own goals. People have their own lives. They don't live for other people. That's the thing. And we have to understand that. We wait for no one. Time waits for no one. It's like building a portfolio. You do one drawing, it feels like you're not making a difference. The drawing piles up and piles up and piles up until you have a portfolio. And you know what a portfolio is useful for? It's useful for so many different things. People literally see what your brand is. People see what you stand for and all of that stuff. But you thought that it wasn't useful. Every single drawing you did was a part of that. So whatever you do is a fragment of something like even bigger. And that's why even when it comes to healing, even when it comes to all of these things, it didn't ask you. You weren't told, oh, can I please break this friendship apart for you? The storm just hits you. They don't give you any kind of warning. They won't tell you, oh, hey, I'm gonna hit. Guess what? No. They just hit you. So you just have to see it like, yes, it sucks. Yes, it's painful, but take your time to grieve. Take your time to, feel better about yourself, do whatever. Because you need to heal first, okay? But don't prolong the healing so much where you're like, oh, I have to spend 10 years or the next 10 years doing this. That's already a waste of time, my friend. If there's one thing that you guys can take from any of my videos, besides knowing that you're worth it and generally just someone who deserves love and feeling good about yourself, etc., then please just know that you have to take initiative because no one else is going to do it for you. You guys can laugh, you guys can say it's cringy, you guys can say whatever you want, but that is wasting time. You're wasting your breath instead of taking action. And that's exactly what people need to get. Yeah, I know life is hard. No one said it's easy. But are you going to make it even harder for yourself and then complain that, oh, my life sucks or tough? There are people out there who have worse crises, but they still focus on making things better for themselves. No person is 100% hopeless. It's all down to the individual. People blame external factors. People blame God. People blame, oh, this happened to me, that happened to me. Fine. You do have some form of valid emotions because you're thinking, okay, this bugs me and it's okay. Your feelings are valid. But your excuses are not. I had moments where I felt low and I had moments where I just felt like I didn't want to go on, but I had to. And that's how I improved. It's not just about physical stuff. It's about emotional things as well. Just try your best. Sometimes people will not appreciate it. Sometimes people won't reciprocate. That's tough, but it's life. You've done your bit. And if you need to take a distance from someone, that's even better. People don't talk about the fact that distance itself is a form of gaining because you're protecting your peace. So there's so many different ways on how to be productive. Why would you want to feel ready to start healing? You want to start as soon as possible. So at least if it's messy, you've started, right? Because if you keep dwelling in the past and the past and the past and you're telling yourself, oh, I'm not healing, you know what the problem is. You're triggering yourself to feel that way. So when you start ignoring those messages, when you start focusing on people who care about you, when you start focusing on, okay, let me actually focus on what matters, what should matter, then that's when things will start to click. Wherever energy goes, energy flows. Your energy, your thoughts, they align so much with your mood, your external situations, everything. So try your best to just do stuff. It doesn't matter how you feel, because at the end of the day, you're doing something, right? And don't rely on just feeling good about it, because you won't feel good about it at first, but maybe after some time, when you make a habit of it, you're going to feel like, wow, this feels incredible. I love doing this. Okay, guys, I'm just going to sign off here. Start doing stuff. You don't want to regret it later on in life, and you're never going to feel quote unquote ready. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you guys in another video, hopefully. Bye bye.